That was the core focus of the book, was get the book in front of believers to convict them that bearing your talents leads to hell. And the one talent that we all have is the gospel. And if you're bearing that one, not okay, based on the parable of talents. And one really interesting thing I did in the book was I thought, I've got to explain this in an Americanized way. You see somebody who is like a hero of the faith, or is just a hero in culture. And you think, yeah, but they were born with talent that I don't have. Or they were born with family wealth that I don't have. So I'm not expected to be as impactful as they are. Well, the parable of talents teaches us that the servant who was given 5 talents and the servant who was given 2 both had the expectation to double what they were given. They had unequal levels of talent, bestowed upon them, but they had an equal responsibility to multiply. And so I use the example in the book of like a 5 talent servant would be somebody who's a great leader, very charismatic, family wealth, family influence, had family power. And those would be people who were born that way with talents and family resources, like a John F. Kennedy or a Donald Trump. And then a 2 talent servant would be somebody who had none of the family wealth qualities, but they had the personality trait qualities, the charisma, the leadership, the speaking ability, somebody like a Bill Clinton or an Alexander Hamilton. And I use these examples so that readers could go, oh, okay, well, yeah, I wasn't born super wealthy, but also I'm more of this. I was, born into a middle-class family, but I have these talents, these God-given talents. Well, what Taylor's telling me is that I have an equal responsibility to multiply based on what talent I have been given. It's not an out because I wasn't born with 5 talents. And I think that got a lot of folks' attention of no longer feeling like they had this excuse for not going out and multiplying the gospel with their talents.
That is, man. Dude, like I've read that like 50 times. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, yeah, you got to double your money. I get it. You know what I mean? Like nothing. And that, dude, I try to tell people this all the time, is that the king is revealing his vision to you in time.